With Coffee Talk, Tess and Ty, and of course we have a gorgeous lady in the room. I enjoyed that when that happens, huh?
Yeah.
On a Friday.
Definitely. We welcome on a visit Amanda Davenport of the Lake Barkley Partnership. She is the Executive Director. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing
great.
good. It's Friday.
Yes, it is.
Summer solstice, longest day of the year.
That's a good thing and a bad thing all at the same time.
Extra daylight, I think.
It's better on a Friday, I think.
Yes. Now that I will go along
Extra
with.
grilling time.
Well, hey, and with the sunshine today, I think I needed the vitamin D. I think that's good for everybody.
Yes.
It's good for the psyche sometimes.
Definitely, especially the past few days.
Well, I'm sure with her, especially because she's a busy lady.
Yes,
Very
I like,
busy.
being out in the sun, kind of driving instead of in the rain. And the rain is good if I'm stuck in the office because then I get so much stuff done.
Right.
But, yeah.
Sunblock. Sunblock is your friend.
Yes.
Don't forget to pack it.
Well, so glad to have you here this morning, and very excited because lots of things going on with the partnership.
Yes.
And one of the biggest things, I was navigating around it this morning, you've revamped the website.
I have. We just relaunched the website on yesterday, with lots of new updates about it just to showcase kind of the community and things going on and make it really easy for our businesses to understand how they can grow in the region, and then also just help people find jobs. That's one of the things where we really, really want to work on is help people kind of get placed into jobs and let them know there's lots of local opportunity and training available with different employers and agencies. I think I have a dozen employers on there, and each employer pretty much has a couple different openings. Maybe one or two just have one opening, but for the most part, we have several openings with the different employers on there.
Give us the link to the website.
The website is thinkrural.com/jobs. It's very easy to find. You can just Google Think Rural or Think Rural Kentucky, and you should be able to pull us up. And those are jobs throughout Caldwell, Crittenden, and Lyon counties.
And of course, those are the three counties that make up the Lake Barkley Partnership. Let's talk about that just a little bit, because the partnership has been around a long time.
Yes.
The original inception, it's sort of morphed and changed. It's been a dynamic organization.
It has,
but
yes.
now I think it's really clicking in and has found its so to speak, its leverage. So tell us a
Yes.
little bit more about what counties make up the partnership.
Sure. So like you said, the counties, Caldwell and Lyon County have had an economic development partnership for a while, for a long time actually, and Crittenden has had their own economic development organization and still do, and they're part of our now 3-county organization. So basically, we are the economic development arm, which basically just means we help people find jobs, we help businesses expand, we support businesses in our area. It's kind of as simple as that. Big businesses, small businesses, industry, at home, whatever we can do to help you grow your business and employ more people, that's kind of what we're here to do. So I came on board about a year ago. I moved from North Texas here to Princeton.
That sounds familiar.
Yes. So
We got two Texas
that's
chicks
right.
in here.
Yeah.
All of my kids, I'm a Kentucky native, but my kids were born in Texas while we were down there, just outside of Dallas. So
Where?
Gladewater.
Oh, okay. I'm from Denton on the north side.
We're
Yeah.
determined to be neighbors,
That's
one way or the other,
that's
lady. We ought to
right.
get along.
I saw Urban Cowboy.
Hey,
Oh,
that
there
doesn't
you
count.
go.
No,
That's Houston.
it does not count. Not even a little. You get picked on down there for things like that.
Yes. Yeah.
I used to dip. Is that okay?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
No, but that sort of thing is something we could use a lot of is employment.
Mm-hmm.
And when you talk about businesses and people that are looking for jobs, and it's not just that maybe they're unemployed, maybe they're looking for something, want to upgrade.
Exactly.
They want to do a little better. I mean, you don't want to be stuck in the same place forever.
Right. And, a lot of the companies that we work with have training opportunities. If you really want to get into something and don't really have the skill, we can help with that. And then as well as the community colleges have programs. West Kentucky Workforce Board helps the employers. So there's a lot of different avenues kind of that we can be here to help people seek the employment that they want. And then a lot of kind of what we're working on is showcasing the really interesting jobs that are around here and kind of letting people know and changing the perspective of what they think so they can actually understand kind of what goes on. and how much just kind of technology we have in the area through a lot of different industries.
Well, the face of employment's really changed in the last few years, especially maybe the last decade, really. You know, when you talk about a lot of the technology that's involved and a lot of the job titles.
Yeah.
The job titles aren't even the same that they used to be, you know? So getting kind of a refresher course if you're in your 40s like I am, or actually my daughter is in high school, that's something that in very short time period, that's something that she's going to have to be thinking about as well. Actually, she started her first job this year.
Oh, great.
So, I mean, when you think about things like that, not only as a parent and a provider, but think about your kids as well. I mean, that are getting ready to enter the workforce, because, when you look at the things that, what are popular and what jobs that are going to be needed and in demand. Now, those are things that they can look toward you all for that, right?
Yes, and that's one thing that we also really kind of have been brainstorming and working with the high schools and just the school districts to understand kind of what the kids are looking for and let them know what is here. And that there are kind of careers that can be here, especially, at some of the manufacturing facilities. I think people don't realize how high tech that is and how great of a culture it is. Our manufacturers really work hard to make sure that they know that their employees are important and feed back to the employees and let them know that there's a lot of different options and kind of growth paths within there. So we work a lot kind of with outreach with the manufacturers and just kind of showing people what kind of technical skills are there and how high tech it is. I mean, it's crazy. You go in there, all just the automation that goes on and people making sure that everything is lined out right and, has some kind of mechanical just thought process or engineering thought process really helps a whole lot.
Well, even when you're going shopping, at the grocery store, a lot of times, when you're working all of the screens and the digital and the push button and all that kind of stuff, and you're checking yourself out. I mean, even that's got a lot more technical, but at least if we can get caught up, maybe we can keep our kids here. We don't have to have to watch them leave.
With the kids, growing up and being digital natives, and really understanding kind of intuitively how screens work and how to use the technology, they can have a lot, of just opportunities here to do some of the high-tech manufacturing or even some of the high-tech agriculture positions, or also just letting kids know that we have an open market for professional positions if that's what they're interested in. And there's a lot, there's so much that can be done here. We really want to understand what people want to do and help match them with the employers that are looking for people. So it's kind of both. It's a twofold thing that we're overall working on.
I really like that, though, because I like the thought of that, too. Keeping the kids here when I was younger, and I'm sure with Ty the same way, there wasn't as many opportunities as there's beginning to be.
Right.
And it's interesting things. They thought, well, I don't want to work at a factory, so I'm going to go somewhere else. No. There's interesting things right here at home. And when you talk about agriculture, it's not the same anymore.
Right.
Those tractors are like giant robots.
It is crazy. Yeah, the just what you have to understand to run the tractors and all the technology that goes into those and the GPS and everything and all the feedback you get from planting and everything. So, yeah, there's a lot. It's changed a lot, and that's really, we want to kind of inform people about what is here.
And if you've been on a modern assembly line as well, screens, robotics, computers, all things that kids seem to grasp this technology.
Yes.
And they can facilitate that directly from the classroom right into the workforce.
Exactly. And, some of the future jobs that we're going to need with robotics and things being a lot more automated is people that can fix that and understand how those machines operate and can come in and kind of repair things. So, someone wanting to start a business that focuses on that and focuses on technology repair and really has kind of that engineering background or just thought process, even if it's not a college degree that they're looking for, there are a lot of opportunities here to work with some of the manufacturers, and thinking about the future that can be there.
My dad retired, from a factory. And I know a lot of people's, that's what they did. That was their bread and butter and fed their family for so many years.
Yeah.
What about the guy that said, or the lady, I say guy, but I mean, it could be the lady that says, you know what? I lost my job. I'm in my 50s. I'm not great with a lot of this technology. I'm not up to date on it. I mean, there's things for them too, though.
Yes.
It's what we want them to know, right?
Well, and that's the other thing, that there are, training programs to get them to where they can be that are at no cost to the employee.
Could you repeat that?
Yes, at no cost to the employee. There are training programs that you can get through Kentucky Skills Network or through the community colleges or even through your employer that they have access to through those programs so that we can have the skilled workforce that we need.
I think that's huge.
That's what the partnership, I think, has done a very good job. And correct me if I'm wrong, though, but we've sort of done an analysis of what kind of jobs in the area that that are around here, and then we've taken our educational programs, for example, our vocational school out here, our technical schools, our community colleges, and we've come up with programs and learning systems that we can implement directly into the workforce when they graduate.
Exactly.
And get a certificate.
Yes, and we're looking at kind of the future job needs of our area and of the region as well. I mean, not of the 3 counties and kind of Western Kentucky. And the vocational school career center is wonderful asset. You know, it serves 5 different school districts in the area, and they have, with the new improvements that they've made out there through the grant, they have the flexibility to really customize educational needs for students, and they also have the opportunity to do training programs for adults as well. So, you know, we really with the partnership want to advocate for a lot of local training so that people can stay in Princeton, they can stay in Eddyville, they can stay in Marion and get the courses that they need or that they want. If they're just curious and want to learn a new skill or do something different or just, you know, change their life, kind of make, you know, whatever improvements they want. We're really here to kind of help with that and make sure that we have the resources and kind of just connect the dots, because there's a lot going on that people just don't realize. So we, as a partnership, kind of are here to advocate for different things that are going on.
Well, I'll admit I'm one of those people that, you know, for years you pass the bow on the way to the gym, and oh yeah, that's where they take welding classes. Oh yeah, that's where they, you know, it's more than just that. And I don't believe that a lot of people understand that or know what all is available. I mean, how do they find out? You know, they sit down and they say, okay, well, I would like to find out, but now I don't know. What do I do now?
Where do I go? So that's a lot of what we're trying to be as a partnership, is that resource, because it's hard, you know, it's almost overwhelming to sit down and say, this is kind of what I want to do next, and I really don't know where to go or what to do. And that's kind of where we can step in and point you in the right direction. And then really another great resource is the West Kentucky Workforce Board. Their kind of whole mission, they serve 19 counties in Western Kentucky, and it's all about helping people get the skills they need to be in the workforce.
Well, and when you take the guesswork out of it, that's half of the issue of finding the job, because it can be so daunting, especially, you know, not all of us are 20 years old anymore. And when we've got to go out there and beat the streets, and it's not as easy as just putting in an application anymore. Or maybe the application's online and it's not on paper. You know, now you have to have a resume. Now that involves computers. There are so many if, ands, or buts associated with that now. Looking for a job is not exactly the way it used to be.
It's not. You know, one of the things that we did to try and help with that, we had a job fair in March, and we focused it on manufacturing and truck driving and material handling. Those were, you know, all of our employers that have those positions open said that they're looking for people. So we did that as just kind of a need for the community, and we're very happy about it. It turned out really well. But we want to know, what can we do next? And if having kind of a just open office hours to help people with resume building or just kind of interview tips or kind of what we need to do next, we're really here to serve the community, how we can with, you know, helping our businesses. So if that's something that kind of helps everyone, then we're happy to do that. And then I'll say, you know, locally, the library is there to have computers to help with people writing resumes or applying online and things like that. So, you know, it's just knowing those resources and where to go and who to talk to for some of that.
Now, you
help.
mentioned that. Let's go. I want to explain that to people, because, again, I guarantee you there's a lot of people that have no clue what the library does to help you with that.
Yes.
So let them know what that's all about.
Yes, the library has computers that are open to the public. I believe you have to have a library card, but you can get in there, get your library card, and get online to apply. And our library system is it's wonderful. It has so many resources for people. A lot of them are online, but I think the librarians are there to help you. If you need help just getting online and doing some things, they can be there to help kind of fill in that gap and make sure you have the technology access. And then I also, you know, if you need kind of more help, we also have adult education centers in all 3 of the counties. And adult education is there to help people get continuing education if they need to get their GED. And then once you've kind of taken your all your classes and get ready for your GED, then in Marion we have a GED testing facility. up at where our office is headquartered. So that is kind of open to people as well. And the adult education classes are totally free. That's something that anyone can kind of go in there once. I believe if you have to be older than 18, you can go in. If you don't have your GED, can go to adult education and have those classes.
Again, that's a misnomer that I've heard from people before, is that, it's way too expensive. I'm too old. I don't, I can't do that anymore. All those sorts. There's so many excuses.
Right.
But, however, I also know a young man that just finished his GED, and he actually has some special needs and that sort of thing. But he finished his GED, and now he's going to go to college.
Right.
So how neat is that?
That's wonderful. Mm-hmm.
And that was all because of these types of programs.
Yeah.
And you don't know till you ask.
Yes. And that's, that really is just, like I said, trying to get out there and let everyone know what's going on and kind of how we can kind of connect the dots between different people and different things that are going on.
Well, we're going to change gears for just a second, and then we're going to be right back and talk to you again. Because I'm not going to let her go anywhere. I've got too many questions, and she's too good at answering them. That's what it is. It's Coffee Talk with Tess and Ty on 103.3 WPKY.
Hey, if you're smiling,
oh, it makes me happy.
Well, then our work is done. WPKY.
Geico presents yet another voicemail from your roommate.
Hi. So, about the kitchen. Turns out when there's a grease fire, you're not supposed to throw water on it. Who would have known, right? Anyways, the fire department is here, and it's totally cool. Give me a call back when you get a chance.
The Geico Insurance Agency could help keep your personal property protected, like if danger is your roommate's middle name. Visit geico.com to see how easy it is to switch and save on renter's insurance.
Red, white, and blue savings at the Home Depot means up to 40% off appliance special buys. Plus, up to $600 in extra savings instantly on select appliances. That means you can get a top-load Whirlpool washer and electric dryer pair, just $4.98 each. No rebate, no hassle, no kidding. Today is the day for doing. Red, white, and blue savings at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. U.S. only while supplies last. Gas dryer extra. See store for details. Valid through July 10th.
Hush, little baby, don't
What does your morning sound like?
The itsy bitsy spider. Rock-a-bye, baby.
She's finally asleep.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's.
Can I get a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, please?
Here's to making your morning routine a little better with a delicious breakfast from McDonald's.
Introducing the all-new 1500 Ram Crew Cab with groundbreaking exterior styling, uncompromising luxury, and safety in numbers. The new Ram has available active-level 4-corner air suspension for the best ride in the truck market. Best-in-class rear legroom, in-floor storage, and the industry-exclusive Ram Box, the pickup bed with built-in toolboxes. When you push the start button and you hear that 5.7 Hemi come to life, you'll know then which truck you'll buy. The all-new Ram. See it now at Trice Hughes in Princeton, your Chrysler Dodge Ram dealer.
Are you struggling to afford health care or prescriptions? Let Health First help you. Whether you're insured, uninsured, or underinsured, you will still be cared for at Health First Community Health Center. We offer financial and prescription assistance to all those that qualify, which is based on income and household size. Contact our office for more information at 365-9455. Walk-ins are welcome. 1100 South Jefferson Street, Princeton. At Health First, your health is our first concern.
Life is filled with moments. Moments we share with those we love, worry about, and strive to protect the most. At Woodman Life, we provide life insurance and retirement products to help protect you and your family so that you can enjoy all the moments to come.
This is Josh Ray, your local Woodman Life agent. Come see us at 1009 West Main Street or give us a call at 365-6111.
Certain eligibility and age restrictions apply. Woodman of the World Life Insurance Society, Omaha, Nebraska.
Hancock's Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street in Cadiz is the place to shop for delicious homemade goodness. Hancock's makes their own fresh chicken salad, pimento cheese, salads, and a variety of mouthwatering desserts, sure to please your entire family. While at Hancock's, be sure to visit their meat department for the best selection of USDA choice meats in the area. Hancock's Neighborhood Market in Cadiz, hometown homemade goodness, and the Hancock name you know and trust for quality for your family. Hancock's Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street in Cadiz.
1580 103.3 WPKY. Tess and Ty on Coffee Talk at 8:29. Miss Amanda Davenport's with us this morning. And thank you for being with. You've already I mean, it taught me a lot. And I'm sure that's one of those things that sometimes it's our pride that gets us, but we don't want to ask. And we think, oh, what am I going to do now? But you're the lady that's got all the answers.
I'm the lady. I'm the one that's here to help and to try and, just get people to figure it out if they need something and see how we can connect them back into the workforce or just into the workforce.
Sometimes just knowing somebody's there on the other end of the line, it's not a big recording and a push this and a push that and a push this. And if you get to 2 pushes and you get to that, I mean, there's somebody that's going to answer the phone and talk to you.
Oh, and that's me. It's me, myself, and I. So I'm here however I can help and just talk to people and, whatever we can do to make that region grow and make it stronger.
I love that, though. That is comforting to a lot of people.
It certainly is. Let's talk a little bit, Amanda, about our work ready status in our 3 counties of the partnership.
So Work Ready is it's a really great program that the state has put out so that communities can show that they have the workforce and to really start their workforce development plan. So basically how we can all kind of get together and partner with our businesses and our schools and our city, county governments to show that we as a community are trying to do something to help our employers. So the Work Ready has 5 basic kind of qualifications that they look for a community. It's internet access and availability, high school graduation rates, some college classes, associate's degree, and the percent of the working age population with a high school diploma. So in Caldwell County, we are Work Ready certified, meaning we meet all of the criteria that the state puts out with those 5 things. And then in Crittenden County, we are Work Ready in progress. So we meet 4 of the 5 criteria that they're looking for. And then in Lyon County, we are starting kind of the process of getting our Work Ready committee together.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal to be certified because when these companies and prospects come in, they want to see that there's a workforce there available before they lay down a fiscal plan or whatever.
And for most companies, workforce is one of the top 3 issues. Maybe it's not 1, maybe it's 2 or 3, but workforce is one of the biggest questions that they ask. They want to know what kind of training programs you have, what kind of industries you have, and what the skill set of the employees are, what your percentage of population that are working age are in the workforce and participating. So it's a really big thing to say that we've gone through the process and that we can accommodate either existing employer growth or new industry coming into the community.
Because we've got 1,000 acres or so roughly within the partnership that are either shovel ready or build ready sites for somebody to come in and go.
Exactly. We have about 1,000 acres that are ready in, and that is just mostly publicly owned industrial sites that are ready to go within the 3 counties. In Caldwell County, we have a build ready site, which means all of the initial dirt work and engineering has been done. So a company literally can come in. Once they have their permits through the state and the approval process, they can come in and build a building. But we already have cost estimates for a building. We have a schematic for a building. You could literally take our plans, build that, and get it done in just construction time. So going through the build ready process, that really saves about 6 to 9 months of preparation for a company to come in. So we have that site that we're promoting.
That's like a boutique.
Yes.
Experience,
it
really
is,
and truly.
Yeah. And there's, I think there's 12 or 15 build ready certified sites within the state. So we are one of a very few to have that. And then in Lyon County, we're working on developing another build ready site over at their industrial park. And our area is so great for companies to come in because we sit along 2 major interstates, I-24 and I-69. We have a river port. We have industrial park with rail access. We have industrial parks with fiber access. We have really the infrastructure that we need, and we have a great team within the partnership of people that are willing to work with the companies and bring them in.
Well, and you've already brought one county to a ready status, so you already kind of know what you're doing.
Right.
Now, when you're going out and trying to finish up and help out Crittenden and Lyon counties, you've already got that under your belt, so you know where to go.
And we have such community support within all 3 counties. I mean, I couldn't do this without the support of my board. Our organization couldn't do it without the support of really you guys helping promote what we're doing, the school districts working with us, our major employers believing in what we're doing and working with us so that we can kind of help them. I mean, it takes effort from everyone in all the counties to really kind of do what we're doing. And so we really appreciate having that.
Well, it's a fantastic resource to have as well. As you move forward into the second half of the year now, and as a lot of things coming up, are you planning more job fairs and different things? What's on the horizon for the partnership?
I just launched the website yesterday, so that was kind of our big kind of what we're working on now.
Let's talk about that some
yes,
more,
yeah. I'm just so excited about the website. In addition to kind of relaunching that, we did a lot of work researching and doing data collection to really understand the area. Because even as promoting our community, we have to know what we're promoting. We have to know kind of what assets our community has, where we're strong, what kind of industry we want to focus on, and where we can really be aggressive and kind of win projects, more or less. We don't want to go after something that doesn't fit what our community wants and doesn't fit the resources that we already have kind of here. So we spent a long time kind of getting that ready. I've made a lot of kind of the internal information that you need as an organization to push out to companies to give them that. That's why I can answer all the questions and know what's going on. And then we've kind of revamped a lot of our marketing material to really have like site flyers that we can showcase to site selectors, and made the website just a lot more user friendly and kind of put a lot of information that most organizations have.
I will say, I think she's only looked at her notes once.
Well, no, yeah, I was very impressed though this morning. I scrolled through the new website and had a lot of data on all three counties, Crittenden, Lyon, and Caldwell. You could see income levels, you could see population, a lot of statistics that I think when a potential customer, or factory,
yes,
or an industry might want to come, they can kind of get a good little overview if they're just out there browsing.
Exactly. They can get a good overview of kind of what we have to offer, and then kind of a lot of the things that we've been working on is just collecting the specific information that they're going to look at. You know, you never know what kind of questions that you're going to get when companies are looking at you, but they want to know, and they want to know in a timely manner. So we really needed to kind of take the time and understand what was going on.
And they are looking.
Yes, they are looking. They definitely are looking, and we are promoting the area. You know, we really want to find companies that kind of help our existing industry, either some of their customers or some of their suppliers, or another industry that will attract similar workforce so that we have a bigger just pool of people that can kind of work at the different jobs that we have.
Well, that ties in with the local leaders in the community as
Sure.
well, because the more attractive, that we can as a community make ourselves, the easier your job is to bring them in, right?
Exactly. And, the more that we can work with the schools and work with the kids to talk to them about kind of what our plans are and what we're looking to, then the more workforce we get, and we can kind of help with population growth for the area, and kind of, show kids that there are things for them to do here, and that this is a great place to live. Our housing costs in the region are about 50% the national average. So, I mean, this is a really affordable place to live for people.
Very much so. And marketing is a whole lot of what you do for the area in general. I know, we've recently had the studies from the University of Kentucky with the Ignite Caldwell, and that was some valuable data as well.
That is really, really valuable. I mean, that is so impressive that they had so many people respond and say, this is what we want to see for the future. And a lot of that, people wanted to see more jobs and a focus on economic development. So it felt very timely, because that all happened kind of right around the time they were finishing up that study when I moved to the area. So it was really nice to be able to see that and see that people want kind of what we're doing, and to see that our communities kind of understood that that's what people wanted to see, and really have kind of revamped the partnership, and really just kind of taking it to a 3-county level, and really promoting it a lot, and really promoting the region a lot.
Well, I'm a big believer that if you can get a community to come together, man, what a mountain they can move if they do it together.
Exactly. And now, we have 3 counties that have partnered in and say, this is what we need to do, and collaborate together and really kind of grow as a region. And I think that's going to be something that makes us really strong. And part of the name, the Think Rural name, we really wanted to and want to promote how great a rural lifestyle is and how fun it is. And I love being able to see people around and knowing my neighbors and seeing everyone in the community. And we have so many people that believe in that and want to have that lifestyle, and that we can live in rural communities and still have really great jobs, still have really great restaurants, good shopping. And so we just kind of want to promote that and continue to show off just the quality of life that you get when you live here.
Well, yeah, I'm sure Ty may not have, but I'm a fan of the Gilmore Girls.
Right.
The town, the small town life where everything happens there, and everybody's walking around and enjoying it. We're starting to get more things like that here in Princeton, like with our farmers market and that sort of thing. And, the more I think we do that really kind of opens us up to think of the living rural and how nice that small town feel can be.
Yes, and in the farmers market in all three of the counties, that is something, that's just amazing. We go there and basically grocery shop at the farmers market. You can get produce, bread, meat, everything eggs, anything you need, soap, washcloths, they have whatever you need, and there's great music going on while you're shopping. Right. So it's that is a wonderful, wonderful resource to have, and it's great to be able to connect with the producers and say, hey, this week this is what I'm thinking. Do you have a recipe for this new vegetable? It's really fun, and it's great to be able to have that.
Can you remind them of your website so that they?
Yes.
I want to make sure that we get that really clear so that everybody knows where to find you.
It is thinkrural.com.
I love that.
Yep, just straightforward, easy to remember.
I think it's brilliant. I've said for years when I'd sit on some of these committees and things that I think you've hit the nail on the head with the Think Rural, because we have a lot to be proud of, these resources here. And when you want people to come in, you're like, we got clean water, clean air, good country living, and it's relatively low cost to live here. And it's very attractive. You throw the workforce in there that is capable of doing our jobs, then man, we've got something powerful.
Exactly. And this is just a great, this is a great place. We're happy. We've been here for a year and we love it. We bought a place. We're so excited. And so this is, it's really somewhere that you can invest and bring your family in.
Well, and when people start purchasing, that's when they really start, putting down roots. They're putting their foot down. They're putting their roots down. And that's when they really start pouring their heart and soul into it.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's wonderful. We're so happy to be here. I'm glad to be with the partnership, and we're here to help any way that we can.
All right. This job fair, you've got one coming up. It's going to be,
it was in March.
Last March.
Okay. Yes. So that's kind of where we're figuring out what we need to do for another one. The first one really focused on our manufacturers and industry, and so we're looking to see if we need to focus one on smaller business or maybe on healthcare, or just kind of see what we need to do next.
I think that's now. How do they? Is it the website is the best way to get a hold of you? If they have the ideas, where do they throw them at?
Website or on our Facebook.
Okay.
Yes, and our Facebook is Lake Barkley Partnership. So either way, we've got a newsletter sign up. We're working on kind of getting a newsletter to keep the community informed of what we're doing. So you can sign up for that on thinkrural.com. That's just kind of the best way to keep up with us and what we're doing.
All right, give us your phone number too.
Okay, it's 940-391-7159.
Because some of us, that Texas area code.
Yeah,
well, some of us need to come, we need to get a little better at the computer, so we have to call her first, and then she'll have
That's right.
And then, the rest of it.
Exactly.
I'm so glad you came in this morning.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for having me. This is great.
You've got to come back and give us updates.
I would love to. Yes,
we want to know what's going on.
Wonderful.
Thinkrural.com, correct?
Correct.
All right. Thanks so much to Amanda Davenport. It's Tess and Ty. Stick around. We're going to change gears. I see the cutest. Oh,
I see a friend.
I see a brand new friend out there in the waiting room. See, why do I keep calling that the waiting room?
No.
It's not. It's our waiting area. It's not the waiting room.
Dr. Tess and Ty. Come on
8:43 with Dr. Tess and Ty on Coffee Talk 103.3 WPKY.
Geico presents yet another voicemail from your roommate.
Hi. So, about the kitchen. Turns out when there's a grease fire, you're not supposed to throw water on it. Who would have known, right? Anyways, the fire department is here, and it's totally cool. Give me a call back when you get a chance.
The Geico Insurance Agency could help keep your personal property protected, like if danger is your roommate's middle name. Visit geico.com to see how easy it is to switch and save on renter's insurance.
Red, white, and blue savings at the Home Depot means up to 40% off appliance special buys. Plus, Plus, up to $600 in extra savings instantly on select appliances. That means you can get a top-load Whirlpool washer and electric dryer pair, just $4.98 each. No rebate, no hassle, no kidding. Today is the day for doing. Red, white, and blue savings at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. U.S. only while supplies last. Gas dryer extra. See store for details. Valid through July 10th.
WPKY. Here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast.
Chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. Partly sunny this morning. Looks like sunshine now. High 84. 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms tonight. A low 71. Saturday, rain chances early, then gradually clearing through the day. Mostly cloudy. A high 87. 50-50 chance of rain on Sunday. A high near 88. Extended forecast says chance of rain every day through early next week. But today, again, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly this afternoon, a high 84. It's 75 at 8:45, 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Fredonia Valley Bank.
The WKDZ Barn Bash is coming to the Western Kentucky State Fair in Hopkinsville. Friday night at 7 on June 28th at the Convention Center. Rising country stars Quiva and Blaine Howard will perform a benefit show for Pennyroyal Hospice. Doors open at 6:30. Show starts at 7. Make a donation to Pennyroyal Hospice and pick up a free WKDZ Barn Bash shirt. Quiva is live at the Western Kentucky State Fair on June 28th.
Just do. I don't know.
See and hear Blaine Howard live on June 28th.
I promise to love her with all that I have.
Bring the whole family out for a night of free country music at the Western Kentucky State Fair Convention Center. Admission to the WKDZ Barn Bash is free with your paid fair admission.
103.3 WPKY. If you haven't been to Kay's Kitchen, you are missing out. Anything from breakfast to lunch. They've got the best, actually, the plate lunches. That's the word I'm looking for. But plate lunches with everything you can think of. There's different things on those plate lunches all week long. So it's not the same old, same old. It's always changing it up. They have great desserts that are handmade and made with a lot of love. So when you go in and they actually say, hey, how are you? How you been? How's your mama and them? They actually mean it. They'll show you they'll serve you your food with a smile over at Kay's. Make sure you get the fried pickles at some point, or maybe that fried pork chop, because that's what I get. That's what my kids get all the time, and I can promise you it'll be a burger with the juice running down your chin. Make sure that you let them know that Tess and Ty sent you from 103.3 WPKY, of course, right there at 501 North Jefferson Street in Princeton. And guess what time it is, Ty?
I love it. It is the Pet of the Week time.
I love this time. I really do. This is one of my favorite ones. I look forward to it all week long because, well, I just like the fur babies. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Who'd you bring with you this morning?
We brought Freddie, and we also brought Katie. She's a due volunteer.
Hi, Katie.
Well, hi.
Welcome.
We're going to break in right.
Freddie's a neat guy. He is spunky.
Isn't he cute?
I love
He's
that.
He's black and white, and I wish you all could see him. He's I don't know. There's something about him that reminds me of Spanky on
The Little Rascals?
The Little Rascals. Wasn't that the dog? What was the dog's name? It wasn't Spanky.
No, Spanky was a character.
That's right. But wasn't it his dog, though? It was somebody who had a dog that looked just like that.
Yeah, it had the round had the round circle around one of the Petey.
It wasn't Spanky, it was Petey.
Yep, that's right.
Ooh. That shows my age, doesn't it? Right there. Anyway, I'm telling you, this dog is really cute. It hasn't actually jumped up on anyone.
No.
This little guy has some manners, right?
Yeah, he does.
Very
he knows
friendly.
How to sit. He's good on a leash. We've tested him with large dogs and small dogs, and he's good with all dogs. He's been good with all dogs so far.
Do we know anything about him medically?
He came in as a stray. He's about 2 years old, and he's got some boxer in him, maybe a little pit too.
Oh,
but.
He's a happy baby.
Good-looking
I will
boy.
say
He's really
cute
good.
and happy.
He's going to make somebody a really good friend, I think.
And I think he'd be good with kids too.
Some people might think he was really, when we describe him, he's not overly large. I would, if I heard, boxer, I would immediately think, oh, he's going to be big. No, not necessarily. He's kind of a medium-sized dog, right?
He is. That's what we call a medium-sized dog. Yeah.
He is getting loved on over here, and he's loving it.
Oh, I wish you could hear it. It's
I
think
they
actually
can hear it. I can hear it.
Can you hear it?
Oh yeah, I think it's going through
he
the phones.
He is smiling so loud. That's what we love to see, though. That's a happy story.
It is.
I like to see the happy stories where maybe they come in as strays, they've had a hard time, and maybe they lost their family, but now I don't think he's sad anymore. This guy couldn't smile anymore if he tried.
Yeah, he's adjusted well at the shelter, so he doesn't really bark a lot. Like you said, he doesn't jump up, and he likes his outside time with the person.
Well,
so
I
he's
think
pretty
that's
good
wonderful.
on a leash.
You know, we talked about it, and I want to take a couple of minutes while you're here to talk about this as well. We don't do it every single time, but I've got a minute, and I want to make sure that we do. You guys could use the volunteers.
Exactly.
I know you brought one with you today, and you could use some more, especially during the summer when, this rain's not going to last forever. We're going to have some pretty days. And how about, could you use some people to come out and walk the dogs?
Exactly, because that helps socialize the dogs and gets the dog used to being around more people and makes the dog more adoptable, or even to get into a rescue. They want to know about the dog. Does it get along with other dogs? How it is with people? So we have to fill out paperwork even to get a dog into rescue, and because they can pick and choose. That just because you send a picture and information about a dog doesn't mean the rescue is going to pick it up. They pick and choose because they work with all other shelters and other rescues.
Well, see, a lot of people don't know the difference in a shelter and a rescue and a foster. And, when you, let's start at the very beginning, when this guy right here, when he's lost and they say, you know what, we have found this particular animal. How does he go from lost to now I'm at the shelter and now I may be going to a rescue? How does all that work?
Well, the way it works is after their stray hold is up, which is a 10-day stray hold if they come in as a stray, then we have people that may come and look. We get them on Facebook. We get them on Pet Finder, Adopt a Pet, and Rescue Me, which are adoption sites. So that goes out to a wide community. And some of our best adopters have come from the adoption sites like Pet Finder and Adopt a Pet. I mean, we get from Tennessee. We have one that is going to Louisiana next week.
Wow.
We hope, if the transport works out. But once they come in, we don't really have fosters. Katie has fostered some, and I have fostered some. But like I said, my age is getting to me, and then some health issues within my family. And we do need people to foster because that makes them more adoptable. And then you get them out of the shelter, you can see how they're going to do in a home, already.
Right.
And so you're able to answer more questions from a potential adopter or from a rescue. So we do need fosters, but you need to fill out an application because we want to match the dog with the foster, like how many dogs do you have, the children, the ages of the children. So we can match the dog with the foster. Because you want a foster doesn't mean that you might be right for Freddie.
Right.
Yeah.
But you might be right for somebody else.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm telling you,
Man.
Freddie's amazing. And you talked about transportation. Now, what is that all about?
The transportation, once a rescue accepts a dog, then we have to figure out a way to get the dog there.
Okay.
And there are volunteer transport services, and they use volunteers. There'll be so many legs, depending on how far they're going. Usually it's like an hour a leg. On the but we usually have to arrange that ourselves too. Find a transport service, which, like I said, is all volunteer. Now in Louisiana, the dog that's going to Louisiana, if we get the transport worked out, that will depend on people volunteering for those legs because it's an 8-hour trip.
Well, it's summertime, and the reason I wanted to say something about that, people are going on vacation. They're loading up in the car and taking off. And now, could Freddie hitch a ride? If he was going to Louisiana or Florida or somewhere, could he hitch a ride?
Sure, he can hitch a ride. We just have to get the information out there. What we try to do is to work with a transport coordinator, somebody that has more experience at this, and then they will get the word out. And we also use Pilots for Paws. We've flown some up to Minnesota, and those are volunteer pilots. And again, there's a site for that too. So we just try to get the word out there any way we can get the dog down there.
Well, the point is no matter what, there is a certain area that, you might not be able to be a foster, but then again, you might be able to let him hitch a ride with you on vacation.
So it's possible.
You just never know. There's a place for just about anybody.
So it's possible he could have multiple points
Exactly.
transportation to Louisiana. He might have 4 or 5 rides.
Exactly. That's
getting
what
down
I was
there.
talking
Yeah,
about
the
when I talked
logistics
about the
aspect
legs.
of it.
Yeah. And those are people that volunteer to do just transports,
I think that's amazing. You know, the kind of help that volunteers and that sort of thing give these animals across the country. I mean, and it happens across the country, and I think that is absolutely wonderful. And you guys do a great service here. Can you tell us about anybody else that's out there at the shelter, other than, maybe Freddie's bigger than what somebody wants? Do you have somebody maybe smaller by the name of Rascal that?
Well, we have a little dog called Lily that just actually she was adopted, and she came back. She went to with a family in Glasgow. Well, it didn't work out. It didn't work out because they had 2 other dogs. One of the dogs would not accept her, and then they just did not have time for Lily. She's as cute as she can be. She's on our Facebook.
She's adorable.
She's Jack Russell and Beagle, and she's the smallest one that we have out there.
She's
really
just
nice.
adorable. What a nice, sweet little girl. I mean, when she was here, that's another one of those things. She was our pet of the week a couple of weeks ago, and just amazing. You could tell she's been in somebody's house.
Exactly.
And you said now she's housebroke, right?
She needs a new home. Yeah.
Good.
So we get dogs in daily, and this is the time. Summertime is a bad time for strays coming in. I don't know what it is about summertime and Christmas time. But there's something about the number of strays that come in during that time.
I've heard about Charlie Brown this morning. Charlie Brown evidently is a new visitor you have out there.
Yeah, he is. He came in as a stray just this week. He's really, really thin, so he's been out on his own or just not been taken care of.
I was going to ask you a serious question about him. Is he a clown?
Is he what?
A clown?
A clown.
That Charlie Brown? Okay. I'm sorry.
Anytime
I couldn't
if Ty
resist
says
it.
I'm going to ask you a serious question, that's when you know it's coming.
Yeah.
So
he's a beautiful dog. He really is.
What do you think he is, Charlie Brown?
Charlie, he's got a little pit in him, and then he looks like he's got a little lab in him.
Well, he's that chocolate color.
That
I call him
exactly.
that milk
He's
chocolate
really,
color.
Really,
I love
and
it.
once he puts some weight on, yeah, he's going to be a beauty.
He's just beautiful.
That Freddie is something else. I'm very impressed with Freddie.
I'll tell you, if I get these two separated today, it'll be a miracle.
I mean, he is just he's endearing now.
Well, bless their hearts. Thank you so much. Can you let us know where you're located and what your hours are so that everybody can make sure that they come out and see Freddie?
10 to 4 during the weekdays, except closed on Wednesday, 10 to 2 on Saturday. We're located at 489 Baker Hill Road, which is the road that passes the City County Park, and just come on around. And a phone number is 365-1000.
And now that's if you want to volunteer. I
Volunteer,
cannot
take some
say
food
that
out
enough.
there. Volunteer.
I'm
Take
going
some
to
food
make
out.
a broken record.
Walk a dog.
Yes, do any of that. Just go out there and love on them. Give them some one-on-one time. Some human and pet time. They need that.
And a wonderful resource in our county that some people may not have seen. And go out and check it out.
And if you can't do that, if you can't walk a dog or foster a dog, we do need help in trying to get them on our adoption sites, which is just using the internet. And we could also use somebody to take pictures. I'm doing that right now, but like I said, my time is becoming very limited. And we could use somebody to take pictures because we have to get that information out there. You'd be surprised at the number of adopters that we get from those adoption sites.
Well, and it could be it could be a teenager.
Exactly.
Doesn't have to be an adult. They're pretty
yeah.
internet savvy, right?
Exactly. It's just sitting, working on your computer.
I think that would look awfully good on a college resume, don't you?
Why not?
Going out there and volunteering and helping out. Hey, I'm going to help you. I'm going to get you some people out there. What are they? It's the Pet of the Week from the Caldwell County Animal Shelter. We sure do thank you. And thank you, Freddie.
Freddie's
Freddie's out.
I think he's out.
Freddie was he had the biggest smile, but it was upside down because he was laying on his back.
He's a happy
evidently
boy.
He really likes the
He is
belly
a
rubs.
happy boy.
I think he's your dog. I really do.
Boy, I tell you,
I'm trying to help you, Molly.
No. I've got two wonderful boys at home, but I'd love to have a third.
There you go.
Thank you so much once
Thank
again
you.
to the Caldwell County Animal Shelter and of course, the Pet
Thank
of the
you all.
Week. And we've had him out here. This is, he's a little bit bigger than the last two that we had out here, but that's okay because there's a size of a puppy for everybody. Of course, there was Little Rascal and Lily, and I can't wait to see who we have in next week as
Can't
well.
wait.
You can check them out on Facebook, and of course 365-1000. If you have lost or found a pet, you can make sure that you email us at wpkyonline.com, and we will help you get those eyeballs out as quickly as we can. Of course, it's 8:59, and stick around because still to come, Audrey Lamb is going to get you caught up on all things news and weather. Todd Griffin's going to get you caught up on sports. We've got all kinds of things going on today. So we're going to kick off the weekend right with 103.3 WPKY.
Here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast.
Chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. Partly sunny this morning, a high 84. 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms tonight, a low 71. Those rain chances early Saturday, then clearing. Although it's going to be cloudy, a high 87. And a 50-50 shot of rain Sunday, a high near 88. Looks like chances of rain through early next week as well. But again today, showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, a high 84. It's 75 at 9 o'clock. 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Black Patch Grill.
The new GMC Sierra is here in 2019, the most sophisticated luxury truck on the road today. In 2019, they've released the AT4, the ultimate off-road vehicle for off-road enthusiasts and hunters alike. The AT4 comes with a factory-installed 2-inch lift and off-road wheels and tires. In the front of the pack is where the Denali with the 6.2-liter engine, followed by the SLT and SLE trim levels. More refined styling and badging has added a bold appearance to the most sought-after vehicle in the truck market. Trice Hughes Incorporated, Highway 91, Princeton.
What does your morning sound like?
Morning, Al. Next stop, 32nd Street.
Welcome to McDonald's.
Hi, can I get an Egg McMuffin, please?
Here's to making your morning routine a little better with a delicious breakfast from McDonald's.
Serving Caldwell County since 1950. We're 1580, 103.3 WPKY Princeton.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump on Twitter says he called off military strikes on Iran last night 10 minutes before they were going to happen when a general told him 150 people would be killed. The president says that's not proportionate to Iran's military shooting down an unmanned U.S. Navy drone and that he's in no hurry.
President Trump asked a third party, the nation of Oman, to relay a message to Iran that the U.S. wants talks, not war. Reuters reports Oman replied that it would send the information, but that Iran has no interest in negotiating.
Fox's Rachel Sutherland in D.C. The president's re-election team plans to roll out a Latinos for Trump campaign next week. He says he's getting more popular with Hispanics.
I went up 17 points because I'm tough at the border. Because the Hispanics want toughness at the border. They don't want people coming and taking their jobs. They don't want criminals to come because they understand the border better than anybody.
The president on Telemundo. This is Fox News.
Here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast calling for showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, so take that road trip this morning. Partly sunny this morning, high near 84. Tonight, 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, low around 71. Tomorrow, rain chance early, then gradually clearing out throughout the day to mostly cloudy, high around 87. And a 50-50 chance of rain, which means a 50% chance of sunshine, high near 88 for Sunday. Your extended forecast calling for a chance of rain every day through early next week. Again, showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, high around 84.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Jeff Russo, attorney at law.